What's going on, guys? I just wanted to give you guys a video to kind of walk through this 11 Grim Batol, by the way, completely pugged group. I don't know anyone in here, and kind of, talk about what I do and the process in which I play the class to hopefully help you guys learn Frost. These are the talents I'm running for this week. One thing you can drop if you'd like is Cold Thirst, which just gives you extra runic power for getting an interrupt and reducing its time. For Vegetable Shell, which just gives anti-magic shield to other people. I personally like the kick cooldown as well as the runic power you get to keep breath alive. But yeah, we're going to hop to this 11, and I'm just going to kind of think out loud to hopefully help you guys learn the class. Also, you can track my abilities down here. But yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so going into this first pull, I'm going to drop Ghoul. I'm going to move a little faster to get there. I'm going to Slappy Hands. I'll kick that. Remorseless Winter. Put my Reaper's Mark. Pillar of Frost. And then just breath. And now the whole process is keeping breath. And trying not to die to anything. Like the swirlies. Oh, I fucked up breath already. Lol. Don't know how I did that. I probably wasn't in range. So I'll do basically ZDPS this pull, which is really unfortunate, but that's okay. We'll just put our Deaths and Decay down. We'll try not to take damage here by LOSing. And yeah. HP, my bad. Breath. We'll type that in hopes of not getting flamed. Alright, going into this next pack, we'll put a Death and Decay down. Remorseless Winter, Reaper's Mark. We'll kick there. We overlapped, which is unfortunate. In your Reaper's Mark, you just want to be spending as many Killing Machine procs as possible. And by generating those, you'll do more damage. And then obviously trying to get your Reaper's Mark to 40 stacks as best as you can. Reapply Remorseless Winter, watch the spikes here. Watching the spikes again. Put down a new Death and Decay here. There's a weird lip there that was not allowing me to stand up. Watching the spikes. I'll pull this guy in so that I can melee him still. And then because we get to get on the dragons this pull, we will pop everything, so we'll put it down to Death and Decay, Remorseless Winter, Mark, and then we'll Pillar of Frost. And Breath, obviously. So in my Breath, we're trying to keep it alive by keeping runic power. We're obliterating when we can, interrupting when we can, and keeping it up. When it gets low, I can Horn of Winter, and using my procs when I'm above 60%. That way I can stay on top of my thing. So I'm getting low here, I'll Horn of Winter, watching the spikes on the ground. And there we go. And that was a solid breath pull. On the dragons, obviously, when the pack is close, yeah, like it is right now, you want to spam all your one charges on them. And there we go. We got those down. And then just trying to do as much damage as I can to every other pack that we can. This just makes it easier as you get to the final boss platform. And now we're off the dragon. So depending on how our tank pulls here, we'll probably double up. We don't have breath, which will mean it'll just be a Reaper's Mark. So we'll come into the pack. We'll get on one of these Earth Bolters. We'll get on Circle. We'll Remorseless Winter. We'll drop a Death and Decay. We'll put one of these down. We'll kick. And we'll come into our rotation of just trying to spend as many Killing Strike procs as possible. We'll use our blind here to mass interrupt. And yeah, that pack's nice and dead. Thanks to the dragon. We'll pop our slappy hands here just because we won't really need them for boss, death and decay. And then we'll just spam obliterates here. Just because we can't really do anything else. We'll kick when we can. And then obviously watching swirlies. This is the affix for this week, guys, so we will want to make sure that we're grabbing the orbs, making sure the mobs aren't getting them. I'll pull here just to make sure no one misses that kick. I've seen that happen before where the thing's about to die, so no one kicks it. And then we die. He'll probably pull this onto boss, if I imagine, so when he starts running forward... I'll just drop my ghoul. Yeah, I think he's pulling it onto boss. Oh. So we'll Remorseless Winter here. We're going to put our Reaper's Mark on him. We'll Pillow of Frost into our Breath. And we're going to put our shield up for that Breath. We're in the right lane already, which is good. We're going to empower Rune Weapon to help keep Breath alive. I have spikes right now, so I'm going to try and stay on the boss as long as possible. I should have moved a little earlier there. That's on me. But as we pull away from the boss, that's when we'll want to use our Horn of Winter, just so that we can keep breath. And we'll personal this one with Iceborne Fortitude to help our healer out. And just like last time, we'll grab the orbs to make sure that the boss can't get it and get that buff. And we're moving into the next safe zone here. And Reaper's Mark is coming off cooldown. So I'm going to generate a few runes here. Remorseless Winter. AMS the thing. We're in the right lane again. Again, trying to spend as many Killing Machine procs as we can in this. I'm going to run this one a little bit further out, especially because I didn't do a great job in my last one. Death Strike to help my healer a little bit, because I took some unnecessary damage there. AoE, I'll pop Lichbone this time, so I have another defensive going. We had Slink, so I probably didn't need it, but that's okay. Anything to help our healers. This one, again, I'm not in any major cooldown window, so I will help the healer. Run really far to the safe zone. And now we are coming up to our Reaper's Mark Pillar of Frost window. And again, just killing machines, as many as possible. Little unfortunate the boss was stuck there, but that's okay. We're going to AMS this mechanic because we didn't have AMS for the last one. And now we're just going to collect orbs, run to the safe zone, and back to DPSing the boss. Get to the safe zone. Tank went the wrong way, that's okay. Oh, I don't have spikes this time. But the boss is going to die. And there we go. Nice, simple first boss of Grim Batol. Alright, coming into this pull, I do have everything. So I will be breathing. So I'm going to drop my ghoul. I'm going to walk up. I'm going to Remorseless Winter. I'll put a Reaper's Mark on them. Drop a D&D. Pillar of Frost. Rhyme proc. Build up. So my runes. So I'm in breath. Now I'm in breath. And I'm just, like I said, keeping it by obliterating. And then spending procs if I'm above mana. I'm going to pop Empowered Rune Weapon there to help generate Frost. I'm getting low, so now I'll Horn of Winter. And the pack's nice and dead. Moving into this pack, I don't really have any cooldowns, so when we don't have any cooldowns, we will just drop a Death and Decay, and we will spam Obliterates to try and get some damage out. We'll kick Seer Mind here. We'll pull to get the barrier. Hopefully we aren't pulling the boss. I don't know if we're tucked in enough. I am saving my cooldowns just in case. And we're fine. So, yeah. But that's okay, because we can save our cooldowns still in case our tank does decide to go into boss next, which I don't think he will based on normal groups. But you never really know in a pug. That's kind of part of pugging. You kind of have to be expected for the unexpected, just because you won't really know what your tank might do. This pack, I am going to Death and Decay, and then I will put Reaper's Mark on them once I get a bit of runes here. But I don't really have any, so I don't want to waste extra time trying to build up runes. Now I have them, so I will spend my Killing Machine procs as much as possible. I'll kick that Earth Bolt. Try and grab these rooms. Spell Reflect, so I won't kick that. Alright, going into the boss, we are a little short on cooldown, so we have to wait basically about 28 seconds before we can do anything, but we can pop Remorseless Winter and just kind of Death Strike and kind of balance between our runic power and runes. If we can, we'll try and get as 3 runes generating as much as possible, and then not be overcapped on runic power. I'm gonna dodge the frontal. Pretty self-explanatory there. Now I have my burst window, so I'm gonna set that up. There's the Bloodlust. That was very nice of the mage to wait for my cooldowns. I don't think that was intentional. I think that was just they forgot. And then pop powered rune weapon, and yeah, and that's just it. When I get low here, Horn of Winter, just like that. I've got the spark on me. I'm going to step off, and then I'm gonna run back with Death's Advance to get back faster, and now I'm just keeping my procs as much as possible. We're getting pretty low on generation, so I'll probably lose breath here, and I just did, which is fine. We got some good damage off on the boss, and we set into our next Reaper's Mark window here once we get some rune generation, which we just did. And then now we're just using Rhyme procs and trying to spend as many Killing Machine procs as possible. As a reminder, in this phase, you are just trying to get as many Killing Machine procs as possible. If you guys noticed also, I am keeping my Remorseless Winter up as much as possible. When you cast Remorseless Winter, you get this little dot that's up here. It says 10 above the boss's bar. As you spend runes, that the duration of Remorseless Winter's stays on. We're going to go all the way back here to drop. And then we're just going to pop a health pot here just to help our healer. I got a little distracted explaining and forgot to do the mechanics. You guys should always prioritize mechanics, especially over DPS. It'll just make the fight easier and the group be able to do mechanics easier. Dodge this frontal here. We interrupted it, which is really nice. I'll kick this Mass Tremor. I'm going to interrupt the frontal now. And then, yeah. Just, we were in a Reaper's Mark Pillar of Frost window there. I don't know if I said that. That's where I'm spending all my Rhyme procs and my Killing Machine procs to do damage. Coming up to this guy, we have no cooldowns, which is pretty hard for the pool we're in, but we're going to be on one of these Twilight Bringers just to try and get some damage. I'm going to pop a AMS here just because I was getting low. Alright, but now we're going into our full burst, so Reaper's Mark, Pillar of Frost, Breath, and now we are just keeping Breath up. Again, when we are above 60 runic power, we can use our other abilities. When we get low, we can cast Runic Empowered Weapon, and once we get low from that again, we will cast Horn of Winter, which we didn't need in this pull. Granted, I did have Breath a little late, but that's okay. I'm just going to pick up these last 2 orbs here, and then I will catch up to the group. Which is fine because we were waiting on Reaper's Mark and Pillar of Frost to come off cooldown anyways. So coming into this pull, I'll drop my Ghoul. I'll dodge this frontal, obviously. Oh, a little bit of lag there. This guy's coming. We're going to switch to him. Reaper's Mark on him. Pillar of Frost. We're going to dodge all his frontals. Well, maybe not the whole group, but that's okay. And yeah, just spending as many Killing Machine procs as I can here. Got a decent amount out. Could have done a little better with the amount of runes I had, but that's unfortunate. And then going to dodge his Ascension just by stepping out. And now we're in the phase where we're just balancing between runic power and our runes. So nothing super crazy going on here. Gonna spread. I'm gonna Death Strike here to help the healer just a little bit. I stood in the frontal that time. Is he rezzing? Any rezzers? Question mark? There we go. There we go. Type thank you to him. Alright, we do have everything for this pull. So we're going to drop our ghoul, drop our hands, death and decay, put a Reaper's Mark on him, and then breath. And again, just same thing as always in breath, popping our other abilities when we can, and trying to stay up in mana as much as possible. Reaper's Mark went to this guy. Gonna Horn of Winter here to keep our breath alive. This guy is dead though, so nice pull. A pull where you can keep Reaper's Mark, or sorry, not Reaper's Mark, where you can keep breath up for the duration of breath. Of the pull is very good. If you cannot keep, if you can't keep it up for the whole pull, if you can get it up for until the next time your Reaper's Mark comes back up and Pillar of Frost, I would say that's a very good breath window for you. That's kind of what you should be aiming for in terms of how long your breaths last. I'm hoping he pulls this in. He does. Perfect. So now we will drop a Death and Decay, Remorseless Winter. We'll use the Rhyme proc just to help generate a little bit. We'll put the Reaper's Mark on him. Then we'll go into our Pillar of Frost. We're going to drop AMZ here for this first soak. Help our healer out. That was a good slink, keeping us alive. We'll drop another Death and Decay here just because we aren't in any other cooldown window. Oops, I thought I got out of that, but I was a little slow, unfortunately. And I missed my tab kick. We're going to make sure we're out of the frontal. Good, he died. And nice. That can be a very scary pack. Depending on cooldown timing of the group and stuff like that, that can be a very scary pack. So, glad that one got finished early. Don't really have any cooldowns here, and the rogue's kind of blasting them, so we're just going to save it for the next pack. Sometimes you do have to sacrifice your damage as DK, just based on the way your tank pulls and how many cooldowns you have. In packs like that where you don't have your cooldowns, if I have a Death and Decay charge, I do try and use it and just spam obliterates. And then obviously, when you do have your cooldowns, you try and do as much damage as you physically can. I'm going to dodge that frontal. Pillar of Frost. I'm going to AMZ this first one for whatever. Okay, I've built up. I'm going to breath now. Oh, I actually messed up my breath, so because I'm no longer in Pillar of Frost, I'm not going to send breath anymore. I'm going to get out of the Ascension. I'm going to go back on to the other target who has the kick. You can also focus macro them. I'm going to pop a defensive here just because we're all close. I popped Iceborne Fortitude there, which is a damage reduction defensive. Okay, since I didn't use breath on that last pull and I have breath now, I'm still not going to use it. And you might be wondering why. It's because this next pack that we're about to do is a very, very hard pack. And I'm glad the mage popped cooldowns, because if no one pops cooldowns on this pack, this can be a very scary pack. If that's the case, if no one's popping cooldowns, you might have to, just so you guys get through it and live. But if your group does pop it, this is a good pack to send your cooldowns on, just to kind of help your group. And then also for you to get through them a little bit faster. And just the double ascension, just everything. They do a lot of damage. That's hard for your healers to heal. I'm gonna Horn of Winter here because I'm off the mob. I'm gonna Death's Advance to try and get back to it faster, and I'm just spamming obliterates here. I'm not thinking about anything else until I get to that required amount. Luckily, breath lasted for both of them, and we were able to kill hit very quickly. Now, it's important going into this fight, you guys remember, you cannot use slappy hands. Unless you are far away from the ad, then you might be able to, but remember, if you are using slappy hand and you pull the ad that's fixated to you or fixated to another melee, it can wipe the whole group, which is not what you want to do. So I don't have my ghoul. I'll have it in 5 seconds. I'll drop it when I get it. But I won't have breath for my first window. We do have lust, which is nice. Because now I just get to try and spend as many killing procs as I possibly can. So there's an ad there and an ad there. I'm going to position myself over here to try and make sure the fixates aren't on me. There's a knock coming, so I'm going to Death's Advance. I'm going to try and kite this guy away. If he gets close, I can put the slow on him. But we kited him successfully. And now we just kind of go into a simple rotation while we wait for the next thing to happen, which is these ads here and my cooldowns to come down. So hopefully a fixate doesn't happen to me. There's a knockback coming, so there's no fixate on me, so I get to start using start burning the ads. Remember, you don't want to CC the ads. So what happened there is they CC'd an ad, and it actually changed focus targets. So we're going to finish killing this ad, and now we get to come back to the boss and open our full window on it. So that's breath, empowered rune weapon, pillar of frost, everything we have. We might need to run off just due to the fact that ads are spawning. So we lost our breath, which is unfortunate, but it is more important that we get away from these ads so that they don't kill the group. And now we're back. The rogue's doing a much better job of being on the ads and stuff than I am this fight. I'm not having the best fight. You can technically be a little bit more optimal than I have been, but that's okay. It happens. I don't have a thing. Oh, nice. We got the boss. I forgot the boss phased at an early percent there. Okay, going into this next pack, I'm going to drop my ghoul, and then I'll slappy hands. I'll get on star here. I'll put a Reaper's Mark on them. I'll pillar. I'm going to drop a Death and Decay. Oh, it didn't drop. Now I'm going to drop a Death and Decay. Still didn't drop. Now I'm going to drop a Death and Decay. Whoopsies. And then I'm just going to try and spend Killing Machine procs, which I didn't get a lot of that pull, so that wasn't really the best pull from me. I'm going to stun them here. I'll pull to interrupt that Seer Mind. This next pull is a dragon pull. So, reminder, you can LOS the dragon pull, or you can line of sight this ability. So, because I line of sighted the first one, and I was waiting on breath to come back, I might say I'm going to AMS the next one. So now I'm just in my breath window here. Actually, the dragon is dying very quickly. Oh, everyone in the group very much pumped it. There's a chance if he pulls... No, I can't get close. I couldn't get close enough to the dragon to keep hitting it. Unfortunately, it was just out of my range. The tank was trying to chain pull in. If that happens, you might be able to keep your breath alive, which would have been very nice to have, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to. Here, you just have to watch your feet. You don't want to be mind controlled. That's the last thing you want on these mobs. As you see, my Reaper's Mark's coming off cooldown, but it's not worth sending as he's about to die. And we can use it on the next pack. Just watching our feet. Same thing on this pack. Just spending as many Reaper's Marks as I can, if I can. Watching my feet here. There. And that was a solid pull. Pulling 3.7 million despite only having our mini burst window there. Coming into this pack, it is another scary pack. I personally like to send my breath and stuff here after the first like mind controls come out. I don't have it off cooldown, unfortunately, so we're just going to wait here. We're going to drop another Death and Decay, and we will just spam Obliterate. We're gonna watch our feet here. Don't want to be mind controlled. And then collecting orbs. And then going into a boss and the pack already being basically dead. Corrupt, so we need to pop a defensive on here. I popped a healing pot. Oh no, never mind, that's on cooldown. I death striked. That's the word I was looking for, not a healing pot. You can AMS that if you have it off cooldown. I think I also Iceborne Fortitude, just to be safe. Anything to help your healer. And then watching our feet. So here, it's probably best to save your cooldowns for first set of ads. It's been a while since I've been in here, but I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll pop Remorseless Winter and stuff like that. I think first set of ads comes decently quick, so we're just going to the next thing. I'm going to clear these tentacles with my AMS. Now we're spreading out. Maybe I shouldn't have saved cooldowns. I'm thinking they came... I thought they came a little bit sooner. They're coming now, so... Drop a Death and Decay. Put a Pillar of Frost. And we'll go into our breath window here. Reaper's Market. It ended up working out. We ended up getting... We'll collect tentacles to help keep breath alive. With AMS. I think it's naturally coming to its end here. It did. Oh! Was I in the circle? I was. Oh no. That's a great way to fucking... And I'm the only B-res. Shoot. Well, I guess the moral of this is be in the circle. Because I thought I was, but I wasn't. And it resulted in potential not timing of the key. But that is okay. We'll finish watching the group, get the rest of it, in hopes that they finish the key for us. But yeah, that's basically the premise of playing frostdk. Obviously, without dying at the end there. I thought I was fine. I didn't think I was in the circle, but I guess I was just in the last little bit of it, which is unfortunate. But yeah, so when we're in our breath windows, we want to be spamming obliterates to cap on runic power. Try not to go over 100. I know it's hard sometimes when there's a lot going on and all you're thinking about is keeping your breath up. You want to use your procs and Remorseless Winter, so your Rhyme procs and Remorseless Winter when you are above 60% runic power, or else you won't be able to keep up. When we don't have breath, and we are in our mini burst window, which is Reaper's Mark and Pillar of Frost, we want to be spending as many killing machine procs as physically possible in that 12 seconds. And then when we're not in that and we're not in breath, so we have no cooldowns, you can drop Death and Decay and spam Obliterate to try and help as much as possible. But overall, you're just kind of spending runes and spending runic power in a happy balance to get the damage done overall. And it looks like the group will get this key timed, which is great. We did 1.17 million overall. We probably would have done closer to 1.3, 1.4 if we stayed alive in this fight. But yeah, GG's, and thanks for watching, guys. I hope this helped, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.